I help film the 1-word card of just like what causes stress or what's heavy on them. And the response was pretty incredible. I mean, just to see, how many people are struggling with things, but we're all going through stuff, right? And again, our society so badly wants to just show you like the fancy dinner I ate.
Right.
Look at me at the football game, all that.
Yes.
But I think what really brings us, what we all have in common is our brokenness.
Yes.
Not the fancy cars and baseball, get that too, but our brokenness is what really, I think, brings us together. I mean, and seeing the different ages, seeing an elderly person hold up anxiety with a teenager holding up anxiety is like, oh my gosh, everyone carries this.
Right. You're not going to grow out of it.
No.
Right.
It's not something that like, oh, well, when I'm older, it won't feel like this. It won't feel it.
Mm-mm.
I used to think like,
Right.
oh, when I'm older, it won't.
You'll be so wise.
Yeah, I'll be so wise. I won't feel it. It looks different, I guess. And I think in that perspective of just seeing everyone's brokenness it's humbling. I don't know.
It's an opportunity for all of us to look at that aspect of our humanity,
right.
And especially in church, because we're all dressed up on Sunday, right? We're all in our best behavior, and everybody's happy to see each other and had a great week, and they're going to have a great week.
Coffee.
But the reality is there's an underlying current that goes through all of us in what we're dealing with. And, I think Cedar Hills is good about that too. If, somebody asks me, how are you doing today? I can honestly tell them I'm not doing too good,
Great,
and proceed to have a great conversation about why that is, or, very, very heartfelt and support. And I think this series just sort of reminds us that we can do that with each other,
right?
That we can rely on each other for that we can help each other get help, that you're not alone, right? And this series reinforces our need to support each other.
Mm-hmm.
And what Cedar Hills is so good at is doing that and supporting each other between the groups and our leadership and just the people that are here.
Yeah. I agree. And that's what a church is. It's the people. It's not a location. It's not a denomination or a title. It's the people. It's and we're broken people.
Yeah.
I keep saying that, but we are like, I don't want to go to a church that has a bunch of perfect people. How am I going to learn?
Right.
Because I'm broken. Like I need to learn. I need to see another broken man who's gone through, right? Like
that's right. Yeah.
And find commonality and grounds there. Like, and I think that's what growth, I think that's what God calls us to do. I think that's what Jesus did. He spent his time with the broken people.
Yeah.
Like, right?
That's
like,
right.
Not the ones who had it figured out at their grand church and their, right? Like, he spent his time with the people who needed help. And we all do. That's the like irony in it. I think it's like, as humans, we all need help.
Yep.
And like, the more we can all come to terms with that and then help one another have that conversation with Todd, like, how can I help, your day? I'm sorry you're having it, right? Like, if we can all, instead of wear those masks, right? And like, no, everything's good here.
Right. Yeah.
And it's that vulnerability too, right? You're going back to that being vulnerable with people.
Mm-hmm.
And like, that's what Cedar Hills has created, a group of vulnerable people.
Yeah. Right.
We're all very vulnerable, right?
We're vulnerable. Like, we're honest.
Look at the beauty.
Yeah.
Look at the power in that. Like,
yes.
Serve Sandpoint. Like all the broken people out there fixing things, helping others. Like, that's the power in vulnerability right there.
Oh yeah. That's,
out like, you can't, yeah. I don't know.
That's good.
And mental health, I think there's such a stigma too, right? Because it's like not a defined diagnosis or a defined solution, or it's a fickle beast.
Yeah. Well, there's a history attached to it, there's, depending on your generation too, there's different perceptions of just the word mental health. I mean,
Right.
I'm sure just the name of this series will be triggering enough to a group of us that is mental health, you
Right.
know, that we can have this conversation, that there's people that you can talk to and it's okay. You're not a weak person.
No.
You're not a weak man, especially
Right.
if you need to talk to a therapist or your pastor or
Right.
a friend or anyone. That holding these emotions inside only results in ultimately death.
Right.
You know, like
I mean-
sickness and death. It's a horrible way to go.
Yes.
Right. But yeah, hopefully this series helps with that.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Breaking the science. We're breaking the silence
Yeah.
right now. We're
Yeah.
breaking the
We have not been very silent at all.
We're nothing silent over here.
Right.
Oh, how's that?